This is a listening test for Semester 2 batch of 2021-2022 Pahang Matriculation College. This paper comprises of 5 parts: Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, and Part 5. Answer all of them. Good luck. Part 1.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Hi, Susan. I'm fine, thank you. You look very excited.
Yes, I'm going overseas. It's a 13-hour trip by plane, but I'm never comfortable on these trips. It takes me a long time to recover from jet lag after the long flight.
Perhaps I can help. I read a newspaper article that listed a number of ways to minimize jet lag.
Oh, really? Tell me about it.
I remember reading that 3 days before you fly, you have to cut down on your caffeine intake. You may drink only 1 cup of coffee, and that too between 3 and 5 p.m. each day. On your day of departure, try not to drink any. At the same time, don't overeat. In fact, it's better if you go on a light fast on your traveling day.
Okay, I've noted. No coffee. And fasting. That may be a little difficult for me.
Try to arrive at your destination in the early evening. Have a light meal and then make sure you turn in before midnight, regardless of what your body clock tells you.
So it's sleep early then. But it may not be easy as the time may differ from our Malaysian time.
During the flight, don't drink any alcohol as it causes dehydration.
That's easy. I don't take alcohol anyway.
Good. At the same time, don't drink too much coffee during the flight. Caffeine does not help you to relax.
Oh no, no coffee again? I love drinking coffee.
A little sacrifice will bring you a lot of comfort after the flight.
All right. Are there any other points to help reduce jet lag?
Yes. If you're going on a long flight, don't take naps. Sleeping will only make it harder for you to adjust to the new time at your destination. By the way, where are you going?
To Los Angeles in the USA. My sister's just had a baby and I'm going to help her out for a month. Amy, do you have any tips to prevent constipation? I'm always constipated on trips.
Well, I guess you have to drink lots of water and fruit juices. Just keep on asking the flight attendant to refill your glass with either water or juice. At the same time, eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Perhaps you should bring along a couple of apples on the flight, just in case they don't serve any.
Thanks, Amy. I've got to go now. You've been a great help. I'll call you when I return. Perhaps you could give me some tips on how to have a healthy and fit body.
Bye, Susan.
Part 2.
Good morning to all students and welcome to Aber College. We will continue with our online courses this semester. This is in line with the directive from the Ministry of Higher Education that all classes in higher learning institutions be carried out online during the Conditional Movement Control Order or CMCO. I hope you will not have any problems with the online courses and that you will find this new norm an enriching experience. You do not have to worry about the effectiveness of the online courses because you will have the best lecturers speaking to you. The lectures and tutorials will be done live, mirroring the actual lectures conducted in the lecture halls. They are not pre-recorded lectures or rehearsed lectures produced in a studio. You can interact with your lecturers and peers during the online classes. There is also the reviews and feedback of what past students have experienced. Now, let us move on to the courses. Please jot down notes while I brief you about them so that you will have all the pertinent information. The first thing you need to do is to log on to our website. Your details have already been keyed into our database. Searching for your name is easy. All you need to do is type your full name into the search function and your information will appear on the screen. What if someone has the same name as you? You wonder. Do not worry. In this case, you will be prompted for your identity card number. Once you see your information, check it carefully to confirm that all the information is accurate. For example, verify your mobile phone number, father's name, the course you are taking, and so on. If all the information is correct, then click on the Agree button. However, if any of the information is not up to date, you need to key in the details accordingly. Save them and then click Agree to complete the process. Next, once you have completed this process, a password will be given to you. This is a temporary password which will only be valid for 5 days. You will have to create your own password as a substitute. That temporary password is ABA, that is ABA. You will be asked to change your password when you are in the website. This step is important because whenever you log on under your account, whatever you do on the website will be your responsibility. If you do not remember your own password later, you need not panic. Go to the computer center on the 3rd floor of this block and see Miss Salma. We have one important reminder to all new students. Please note that you will not be able to log on and access the online classes if you have not settled all your fees. You can either pay online via online banking or pay by cash at the Students' Affairs Department. So please ensure that you have settled your fees prior to the classes. And now for your online scores. I am guessing this is one area that most of you are anxious about. You need to complete all the quizzes and attain the minimum score. For an A, you need to get at least 85%. All marks obtained for the quizzes will be averaged for your final score. You need to get a score of at least 75% before you will be able to move on to the next lesson. Failing to do so means that you will need to repeat the lesson. The rationale behind this is we want our students to understand each lesson well before moving on to the next one. Our online courses allow you to study anytime over here at Eber College. You can learn your way, but we expect hard work from you. So, in conclusion, work hard, enjoy yourself here, and make it to the top.
Part 3.
This is a campaign speech on keeping streets and towns clean. Listen carefully.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we must attempt to make cleanliness a way of life. It is terribly disappointing to note that despite the cleanliness and beautification campaign launched by the government in 1990, there are still irresponsible people in our midst who dump garbage indiscriminately and who litter in public places. Judging by the number of offenders who have been compounded for littering, it is increasingly clear that there are people who are not civic-minded enough to keep eating places, public parks, and other public venues free from litter. If all Malaysians adopt an intolerant attitude towards dirt and litter, there won't be any necessity for enforcement action by the local authorities. Our local authority is an important agency that provides basic services to the people, such as ensuring a clean and hygienic environment, regulating various trades, and providing recreational facilities. All local authorities have been given sufficient directions, instructions, and power by the Ministry of Housing and Local Government to carry out their tasks. However, in respect of cleanliness, the performance of some local authorities is suspect, judging by the complaints received about choked drains, erratic garbage collection, and dirty public toilets. The issue here is not only one of implementation, but also of enforcement. I suspect there is a serious shortage of enforcement officers to cover large areas. In this respect, perhaps the Public Services Department, or PSD, can be directed by the Cabinet to consider creating additional vacancies for more enforcement officers so that the laws are enforced and discipline is instilled in the public. Furthermore, to help enforce cleanliness, the heads of local councils and council members should carry out spot checks or make surprise visits to various areas to assess and determine the quality of service rendered by the local authorities. Perhaps the local authorities can in turn set up a special task force to deal with specific issues which have been highlighted in the media.
Part 4.
Listen to a talk by a journalist about a model named Amber Chia.
Good morning, listeners. Welcome to Channel 4. For those who have just tuned in, this year we are honoring one successful Malaysian woman a month. We have spoken about famous celebrities, amazing athletes, successful entrepreneurs, wonderful writers, and great academicians. This November, we are going to talk about a world-renowned model, our own Amber Chia. I'm sure you have seen her on television, as a TV host, and on billboards, as a brand ambassador. Let me give you a little background about Amber. She was born Chia Li Ping on the 14th of December, 1981 in Teluk Intan, Perak, but she grew up in the town of Tawau in Sabah, East Malaysia. Due to her parents' hardship, she was taken care of by her foster parents from 8 years old. She stopped schooling at 15 to work full-time in order to help her family. At one point, Amber worked 3 jobs a day, selling fish at the market in the morning, as a sales girl at a small mall later in the day, and as a cashier at night. At 17, she left for Kuala Lumpur to become a model and rose to prominence in 2004 after winning a title in Guess Watch's Timeless Beauty International Model Search. Amber Chia became the world's first Asian model to achieve success at a global model search, and the first Asian model to campaign for Guess Watches worldwide. Her modeling career went on to another level of excellence when British singer and fashion designer Victoria Beckham personally selected her to present the Victoria Beckham Autumn-Winter 2009 collection during the glamorous New York Fashion Week. Amber's illustrious modeling career spanned over 15 years. This time, she ventured into acting, as well as being a television host. Amber has appeared in over 300 magazine covers, modeled on runways in 6 continents, starred in 7 movies, authored 2 books, and has been appointed as ambassador for over 30 brands. To top all that, Amber became a successful entrepreneur by starting her very own modeling and beauty school called the Amber Chia Academy, which was opened in Kuala Lumpur in 2010. The Amber Chia Academy offers courses in modeling, makeup, nail art, embroidery, and photography. Each of the components is directly related to modeling, and Amber aims to change the modeling scene in Malaysia in an outstanding way through a team of instructors and teachers. Recently, the Academy has expanded into bridal makeup, which is now in great demand. Another new area to venture in is preparing kids for modeling, which requires a totally different set of management skills and training. Despite being well known internationally, Amber is a very humble and down-to-earth person. She always looks at herself as any other Malaysian, and she is, In fact, a very traditional person. She has settled down and is now playing a mother to a already full life. When asked what she would be if not a model, her answer was she would have been an accountant. However, it would not have given her so much and she would not have enjoyed herself. She adds that her modeling career and her beauty school have given her the satisfaction that money cannot buy. It hasn't always been easy for Amber. She always talks about the lowest point of her life. She had only 3 ringgit left and had to go for a modeling event in town. She jumped into a taxi but got the driver to stop once the meter reached the 3 ringgit mark. She walked the rest of the way and arrived at the event hall really sweaty. Her philosophy in life is, if I never try, I will never know. What would I have to lose anyway? She has achieved so much at a relatively young age. Best of all, she has helped to promote Malaysia to the rest of the world. To all listeners, let's make Amber our role model.
Part 5.
Listen to a radio interview between a host and a swimming instructor named David Tan about duties and responsibilities. Now listen carefully and indicate your answers on the answer sheet.
Let's welcome David Tan, who is here to talk about the duties and responsibilities of a swimming instructor.
Thank you for inviting me to this radio show for sports activities.
David, as an experienced swimming instructor, what advice do you have for listeners who want to take up swimming and also for those who are interested to become swimming instructors?
To answer your first question, if you plan to take up swimming lessons, the first thing that you should find out about is the swimming instructor. It is neither about the instructor's swimming technique nor coaching style, but proper qualifications. The swimming instructors in Malaysia are required to undergo training before they get a certificate issued by the Swimming Teachers Association Malaysia. This association provides courses that promote the teaching of swimming techniques, life-saving and lifeguarding in a systematic manner. But most importantly, well-trained swimming instructors emphasize on safety awareness through water safety education. This is especially important for parents who wish to send their children for swimming lessons to take note of.
I agree that it is crucial for swimming instructors to have proper qualifications, especially having the right training in water safety education.
Listeners, swimming instructors who are well trained are responsible for the teaching of getting into and out of the water safely, be it in a swimming pool or in the open sea. To be able to do this, the swimming instructors must teach their charges on how to float and tread water for 1 minute, turn over and turn around in the water, and lastly, to swim at ease for at least 25 meters. These are the core duties of an experienced swimming instructor.
Listeners, please take note of the advice that David has just shared.
I have another advice that is based on my observations in the pool area. Most of us get excited when we are near the pool or the sea, so we will jump straight into the water and start swimming. This is not advisable because we have not prepared our body properly before the swimming activity. By right, all of us should cultivate the habit of doing stretching and warming up exercises before getting into the water. Just take 3 to 5 minutes to give your arms or legs a good stretch. This makes your body more flexible, and when you extend your arms and legs in the water, you will find that you are able to do the movements more easily.
That's sound advice.
Moving on to the next question. What is my advice to those who are interested to become swimming instructors? I guess, like any other job, interested individuals should have passion. Those who wish to earn a living from teaching swimming must be interested and enthusiastic about swimming. Only then are they able to share the joys of swimming and help those who fear water overcome their phobia. Also, instructors who are enthusiastic may inspire new swimmers to become swimming stars. Other than that, they should have effective communication skills. By engaging in constant communication with their charges, they gain the trust and confidence of their charges. This is very important in all water activities because safety in the water is the topmost priority. Through open communication, this can be achieved. Finally, swimming instructors must carry a strong coaching persona. They should always take charge and be firm in carrying out their duties. For example, giving clear instructions and making sure their charges follow the instructions closely. To all budding swimming instructors, remember to always balance fun in this rewarding profession. Before I take leave, I wish to encourage children and adults to take up swimming. It is an invaluable skill that has saved lives.
Thank you, David, for a very informative session. Listeners, I hope you will sign up for swimming lessons soon.
The test ends.